Membranes make things happen in cells. Let's talk about how they work. You know that membranes surround cells, and by now you've heard the phrase membrane-bound organelle more than a few times. In the last unit, we talked about lipids being important in membranes. Let's tie those concepts together so that it all makes a little more sense. Membranes aren't just made of lipids, they are made of phospholipids, which are lipids with a phosphate on one end. The phosphate is water-soluble, but the lipid is not. The hybrid nature of the molecule is what makes membranes possible. When you put oil in water, the oil will spontaneously form droplets in the water. Lipids need to be out of the water as much as possible. We call them hydrophobic, a word that means water-fearing. Phosphates are hydrophilic or water-loving. They need to be in the water. When you put a bunch of phospholipids into the water, they form a droplet too, but this droplet is different than just a regular oil droplet. This droplet has all of the phosphate heads of the molecule facing out into the water and all the lipid parts of the molecule facing towards the other lipid tails. In order to achieve this, the phospholipids make a double layer, and that double layer makes a kind of bubble with water inside. Phospholipids almost spontaneously form a membrane all on their own. If that were all there were to cell membranes, it would be remarkable enough, but other molecules are also embedded in the membrane. In order for the membrane to do its job, the phospholipids need to remain fluid and movable. Cholesterol molecules embedded in the membrane keep the phospholipids from sticking together. Water-soluble things can't move in and out of the membrane because the lipid parts of the molecule stop them. To move things in and out of the cell, proteins form channels just big enough for tiny particles to move in and out. Other proteins move specific larger molecules in and out of the membrane, sometimes using energy in the form of ATP from the mitochondria to do their job. Carbohydrates in the membrane act as tags identifying the cells to other cells. Membranes are complex and fluid and control what goes in and out of cells and organelles. We call them semi-permeable. This means some things get through but others don't. We describe cell membranes as fluid mosaics because of their liquid nature and the number of things embedded in them to help them do their job. Many of the chemical reactions necessary to life are possible because of membranes. Cell membranes, also called plasma membranes, are very important. Without them, cells couldn't do all of the things they do. Stay awesome!